So, ladies and gentlemen, we know that Ben Affleck has done a lot of comedy movies, the Chasing Amy and all that. But as journalists, we knew how to spell his last name long before he was a movie star. You know why? Because this guy was a very respected and very talented NHL player long before Ben showed up. So we're going to talk about the legend of the very important defenseman in the NHL, Bruce Affleck. Now, Robert Bruce Affleck, born in Penticton, BC, 6 feet 190, played left defense, and probably was one of the most underrated defensemen coming out of minor and university play in the early 1970s. He first came to major recognition with the Penticton Broncos of the BCHL, where he scored 100 points, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine? Now, a very mobile defenseman, he played some forward, went on to the Denver Pioneers of the WCHA for 2 seasons, and he was high on the draft list for the California Golden Seals, or the Oakland Seals, and he was taken 21st overall in the 1974 draft. Now, because he was drafted in the second round, the Seals management felt he needed some seasoning, and he went from University of Denver straight to the Seals CHL farm team in Salt Lake, but was, get this, dealt to St. Louis before ever played a game in California. He finished the season with a 13-game call-up to the Blues, recording 2 assists. Now, by 76, Affleck made the Blues squad full-time and was a huge success as a very strong mobile defender. He played in all 80 of the team's games, recording 30 points, including 4 goals, and was the Blues Rookie of the Year. He's 26 assists were tops on the Blues that year for defense. Now, Affleck would spend another 3 seasons as a regular in the Blues lineup. However, by 78, he was struggling, and he slumped to 18 points and a terrible minus 56 rating on a St. Louis team which finished with just 20 wins and missed the playoffs. Now, in 79, he would lose his spot in the Blues, playing only 26 games and spending most of his season in the CHL, where he's named the league's top defender. Now, by the 1980 season, Affleck was sold to the Vancouver Canucks. However, he again spent most of the season in the CHL, where he's named the league's top defender yet again. He did play in 5 games for the Canucks, recording an assist. Now, he would sign as a free agent with the Islanders for 81, but did not see a game for the Islanders, although he was named the CHL's top defender for the second consecutive season, this time playing for the Indianapolis Checkers. Now, Affleck would then spend the majority of his next 2 seasons playing in Switzerland, although he returned to Indy for the close of the CHL season and playoffs both years, helping the team to 2 championships. Now, he returned to Checkers full-time for 84 and was named the league's top defender for the 3rd time, along with being MVP. He also received a one-game call-up to the Islanders 5 years after his last NHL action. He retired at the conclusion of the season. Now, Affleck did finish a career with 14 goals and 80 NHL points, along with 86 penalty minutes and 280 games. Now, following his career, Affleck returned to St. Louis as a TV color commentator and reporter for the Blues. He and Joel Micheletti partnered with play-by-play announcer Ken Wilson, and he's also has served time as the Blues Vice President of Sales. Now, the numbers with the Dallas Blackhawks, too, as well, were very impressive. He had 63 points in 52 games in 1980. Now, just honors again. All WCHA first team, 73. All NCAA all-tournament, 73. All WCHA second team, 74. CHL top defender, 80, 81, 84. And CHL co-MVP, 1984. Now, I think his time with the Blues wasn't his fault. There was such a terrible franchise, but you got to understand, like when he was playing with Penticton, the numbers he put up were just extremely tremendous. Now, he fell in the draft for some reason. Initially entering the draft through the Hockey News, he was a number 3 overall prospect, and it kind of boggles the mind how the ratings would go. But I think that 100 points kind of showed that he was able to put up heavy offensive numbers with defensive qualities. Now, actually, certain injuries hampered his career. He did have a bad shoulder injury in a Jeep accident during the spring of '75, which kind of limited his playing time. Now, he was also actually picked in the WHA draft as well by Cleveland, 42 overall in round 3 in '74. Now, actually, as well, his father-in-law ran for U.S. Senate during summer '76, and he worked actually on his campaign. He was also a youth football coach. Now, and again, he's the son-in-law of that successful Hawaii governor, William F. Quinn. What was weird about the trade was we was traded from California for Frank Spring, and the headline, I still remember that in the hockey news, Spring in California, or Spring to California. And it was the middle of winter, so it was a cheery headline in the middle of the cold winter of 1975, if you do remember that. So that's the curious case of Bruce, Don't Call Me Ben Affleck. Please give me a like, comment, or subscribe. Every request is well appreciated, and I do get to them. The thing is, one guy said what I've learned about hockey most people could never do. The fact is, every podcast I do, it's a hockey card, but in verbal form. And you know how it worked in the hockey cards in Canada States in the 70s and 80s. They were like gold, ladies and gentlemen. And doing these podcasts, celebrating these players, is a 24/7 pleasure. Thanks for listening. Bye.